Today on the Cardinal Sports Network, your Lawrence Cardinals will be taking on the Hightstown Rams in boys lacrosse. In goal for the Cardinals today, it's Steve Waleko. At the other end of the field for the Rams, they've got Edwin in goal. And out at center for the Cardinals, we got Joe Feynman ready for the face-off. Going to be the Rams coming away with the ball as they head down the middle of the field, and they'll take it around behind the goal, pass back out front, and that pass picked off by the Cardinals. Loose ball, and that's recovered by the Rams. Rams pass does not connect, but it's recovered. Well, not recovered. Loose ball. Finally, Rams scoop that one up. They'll move the action over the far side of the field and pass behind the net. Out front. Can't get the shot off, and that pass is deflected by the Cards. Another loose ball. Still loose, being challenged by a couple of players. Finally, well, now picked up by Griselli. That's going to be knocked out of bounds by the Rams. Cardinals ball. Nope, they'd say it's going to be Rams ball. Rams put the ball back into play, and they'll start moving it around. You hear the humming in the background as it's become lawn mowing season. Mowers are out in force today. Pass in front of the goal, and it's going to be Cards temporarily with it, but loose ball. And now Cardinals come away with it, rushing it down the far side of the field. That ball gets away, recovered by the Cardinals. Ramos with the pass. Once more a loose ball. Burns unable to come away with it, and it's going to be Rams ball. Rams put the ball back into play. And big pass down the field. Another loose ball. It's going to roll out of bounds. It'll be Rams ball. And waiting for them to put it in play. There it is. Now they'll put the ball into play. Rams taking their time. Now here's a pass behind the net. That one gets away. And Warren able to make something happen there with it. Miles Warren running up the side of the field with it. That gets knocked free by the Rams. Rams headed the other direction with it now. Loose ball popped up in the air, and everyone going for it. Rams come up with it. And Kuntz pushes the Rams completely out of bounds with it. It's going to be Cardinals ball. Kuntz is going to drop that one back to Waleko. Waleko sends it way up the field. That's grabbed by Edwards. Edwards' pass is deflected by the Rams. Loose ball on the field. Scooped up by Ramos. Ramos gets the pass back to Edwards. Edwards gets clobbered in the helmet by one of the Rams. That's a no-no. We got us Dominic committing the foul. It's going to be Cardinals ball. Lairfield with the ball on the near side of the field. And Lairfield puts the ball back in motion. They'll pass that one over to Burns. Burns sends it forward, shot on goal. And Carter Edwards gets the first goal of the game to give the Cardinals the early lead.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Hendricks Medina at center for the face-off for the Cardinals. And it's going to be the Rams coming away with the ball, if they can hold on to it. And it's going to be picked off instead by McGrain. McGrain's pass there, not productive. Shot on goal by the Cards. And McGrain once more grabs the ball. Gets past a couple of defenders. But that was going to go a little high. Cardinals ball. Burns puts it back into play for the Cards. They'll drop it back. That's going to be picked off by Edward. Edward fires the ball forward, but it's grabbed once more by McGrain. And McGrain puts it in the goal to make it a 2-0 lead in favor of the Cardinals.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Medina out at center for the faceoff. Loose ball on the field is scooped up by the Rams. Ravens go down. And this time it's going to be McGrain who scoops it up. McGrain trots it down into scoring position. He'll pass that one off to Medina. Medina to Feynman. Feynman challenged and the ball gets away. Feynman recovers the ball. Feynman with a forward pass there. He'll find McGrain. McGrain passes it to Edwards. Edwards shoots it across. Burns passes it on to Medina. And we go full circle back to Feynman. Cardinals working that perimeter, trying to find a hole through that Rams defense. Pass back behind the net. And back out front again. That ball gets away. Finally scooped up by Burns. Shot on goal. And it's another goal for McGrain as he makes it a 3-0 game in favor of the Cardinals.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Hendricks Medina at center again for the faceoff. Loose ball, and Medina scoops it up, charging down the middle. Passes that one off. Quick shot on goal there by Burns. That's deflected wide. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Cardinals ball. Cardinals put the ball back into play. And Lairfield will run it around behind the goal. Lairfield being challenged. They'll pass that one off. Shot on goal from way outside. That one does not connect. Out of bounds. Cardinals ball once more. And Burns will put it into play for the Cards. Lairfield brings it back and pass off to Edwards. Edwards to Medina. And Medina with a shot on goal. And that one goes in. Hendricks Medina scores the 4th goal of the game, all in the Cards' favor.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Medina still at center for the faceoff. And this time the ball, well, Rams had it for a moment, but Medina comes away with it. Pass to Griselli a little high, but Griselli recovers. Griselli also stepped out of bounds. It's going to be Rams ball. Rams in motion on the near side of the field. That ball gets away and is grabbed by Lairfield. The referee says not so quick. It's going to be Rams ball. Rams with a big pass across the field. That one bounces out of bounds. They'll turn the ball back over to the Cardinals. Sudol puts the ball back into play, but quickly challenged. Cassoni comes away with it. He's challenged as well, but making good headway down the far sideline. He'll pass that one off to Griselli. Griselli angling over towards center. Can't find a way through. He'll take a shot from far outside, and that one's good. Nick Griselli scores his first goal of the game to make it a 5-0 lead for the Cardinals.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Joe Feynman will be at center for this faceoff. Feynman digs it out, and he'll take off down the far side of the field. Cardinals setting up. Feynman passes that one off to Ramos. Back to Feynman. Feynman working his way across the field. And he'll pass that one off to Burns. Burns sends it around behind the net to Edwards. Edwards plays it over to the far side of the field. And Ramos will send it all the way out to McGrain. McGrain back to Feynman. And Cardinals will send it around the loop once more. Clock ticking down for the last minute of this period, first period of the game. It's been Cards all the way. Shot on goal, and that one is stopped by Edward. Edward launches that one down the field. Cardinals get a hold of it. shot on goal. That one's a little off the mark. Will head out of bounds. Cardinals ball. Edwards puts the ball back into play. Pass out front. And it looked like the Rams are ready for that one. Cardinals recover the ball, but too late as the buzzer sounds. So we'll go into the break between periods with the Cardinals leading 5-0 over the Hightstown Rams.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
We'll start the second period with Medina at center for the faceoff. Loose ball. And referee's going to give that one to the Rams. Ball's knocked free but recovered by the Rams. Pass over toward the far side of the field. Teams have switched direction. Cardinals now going from right to left, but it's the Rams looking for an opportunity to put one in and score against the Cardinals. Whistle on that play. It's going to be Rams ball. Rams back in action. Moving around behind the goal. Couldn't get the shot off. Now cutting across the front. Shot on goal. That was deflected. And it's going to be Cardinals ball. Cardinals on the move already as we see Medina on the move up the near sideline. His pass, however, picked off by the Rams, who go right back down the near sideline. Now cutting over towards center. Pass out towards the goal, but no, that one gets through. And Medina scoops it up on the far side. He'll pass that one forward. Once again, the Rams get it. No, they don't. It's recovered by the Cardinals. Majuska heading down the far side of the field. He'll pass that one off Griselli. And Griselli to Lairfield, who puts it in for his first goal of the game.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
And it's a bit of a change up here as it looks like Brandon McGrain is going to be handling the face-off this time.
Justin! That way! Move down! Go down!
And the Rams chasing the ball down. Finally scoop that one up. Rams moving over towards center. Rams pass that one behind the net, but it's going to be brought down instead by Cassoni. Out of bounds. I'll turn the ball back over to the Rams. Rams running it around front. Can't get the shot off. Loose ball on the field. And Rams will recover that one. Rams with a run up the middle. That ball's knocked free. And Justin Coons will grab the ball. Coons heading down the field. The ball's knocked free, and the Rams attempting to recover it. But no, it's Coons again. Now Coons cutting across. He loses the ball. Picked up this time by Feynman. Feynman fires it behind the net. Edwards passes it back out front. Shot on goal. That one handled by Edwin. Edwards trying to set something up. He'll pass that one to Feynman. Feynman over to Ramos. Ramos to Burns. Shot on goal, and that one stopped by Edwin. Edwin's pass to the far side of the field is shot up the sideline. Cardinals get a hold of it. I think that was Cassoni who brought it down. Loose ball on the field. Sent forward. But Edwin comes out, tries to stop it. It's still loose, bouncing around on the field. And finally the Rams able to pick that one up. That gets away and bounces out of bounds. Cardinals ball. Burns puts it into play. He'll send that one back to McGrain. McGrain slips past one defender. And now he'll trot around and pass it behind the net over to Edwards. Edwards sends it out to Ramos. Ramos crosses that to Feynman. Cardinals shot on goal there by Ramos, just a hair wide. Ramos trying for that far corner. That's going to be Cardinals ball. McGrain puts it into play for the Cards. Feynman runs it around behind the net. And back out front, pass to Lairfield, and Lairfield puts it in the back of the net for his second goal of the game to make it a 7-0 lead in favor of the Cardinals.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
McGrain out at center for this face-off. And the Rams dig it out. Popped up in the air. Referee whistles that one to stop. It's going to be Rams ball. Substitutions taking place. And it's going to be the Rams putting the ball back into motion. Pass up the middle. That one is stopped by Cassoni. Loose ball recovered by the Rams. Rams pass the ball out front. Now Rams shot on goal, and Brody puts it in the back of the net for the first goal of the game for the Rams. Rams break that Cardinal shutout, making the score 7-1.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
Medina back out at center for the Cards. He'll do the face-off. Ball's up in the air. Still scramble for possession. No one seems to have it. Scooped up in the air. Finally, Rams able to get a hold of it. Rams pass incomplete there, but they'll recover the ball. And now move it around toward the far side of the field. Passing it a little closer to the net, but still Cardinal defenders there to stop him. Ball's knocked free. Recovered by the Rams. Rams pass it back out front. The drive inside. That one gets away, but recovered by the Rams. Rams working the perimeter. The Cardinals with the ball. Fabian working his way across the field. And he'll run it around behind the goal. Passing it off to Edwards. Edwards sends it back out front. Now that play's rejected. And Rams scoop up the loose ball, now running it down the far sideline, cutting in towards the Cardinal goal. Shot on goal. That was deflected. Waleko able to keep that one out of the net. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be Rams ball. Rams take it around behind the net. And pass it back out front. Now here's a drive towards the goal. Shot on goal. And Kevin gets the goal. Make it a 7-2 game in favor of the Cardinals.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Jay Ramos at center for the faceoff. That one's taken away by the Rams. Rams team seems a lot more revitalized here in the second quarter, where it was almost complete domination by the Cardinals in the first period. Cassoni tied up in the backfield with the ball. He'll pass that one over to Waleko. And Waleko fires that one down the field. That one rolls out of bounds. It's going to be Rams ball. And Rams back in motion with it. They'll pass that forward. Cardinals get a hold of it as Ramos fires it up the middle. Unfortunately, that's grabbed by the Rams. Rams fire it the other direction. Loose ball bouncing down the field. Just called out of bounds there. Sudol thought that was going to be a Cardinals ball, but it's Rams ball. There's the buzzer to end the first half with your Lawrence Cardinals leading 7-2 over the Hightstown Rams. Stay tuned for second half competition.
LTPS TV is looking for people to become involved in creating shows for television. We need announcers and people to operate cameras, video switchers, and audio equipment. LTPS TV produces TV broadcasts of programs such as school concerts, school sports, school awards programs, and much more. We are also open to ideas for additional programming. If you are a Lawrence High School student who is interested in getting involved, see Mr. Irvin, that's me, in the District Technology Center. We're also looking for people to work lights and sound in the Lawrence High School auditorium, as well as other audiovisual related work. So see me, Mr. Irvin, in the District Technology Center to get involved.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Joe Feynman out at center for the face-off to start the second half. Cardinals now going from left to right on your screen. And it's going to be the Rams coming away with the ball, streaking down the field towards that Cardinal goal. Ball's knocked free, but recovered by the Rams. Shot on goal. That one bounces over the goal. Rams ball. Rams back in motion. They'll work it behind the net. Pass out front. That one gets away. Rams chase it down. No challenge from the Cardinals on that one. Cardinals setting up their defense around the goal. And now that one's going to be stopped by Cassoni. Cassoni grabs the ball. Gets knocked free, but he's able to knock it through. Ball's recovered by the Cards. And Waleko sends that one way up the field. Now McGrain streaking over towards the goal. No, he's going to pass that behind the goal to Edwards. Edwards puts it back out front. Errant pass goes bouncing across the field, goes out of bounds. That's going to be Rams ball. And now Rams put the ball into play. They'll break through the defense there at center field. The run towards the goal and right around behind it. They'll pass that one off. Another errant pass. That goes out of bounds. It'll turn the ball back over to the Cardinals. Warren puts the ball into play for the Cards with a pass. Gets to Feynman, who will run it down the near side of the field before cutting over towards the goal. He'll pass it behind the goal to Edwards. Edwards crosses it to the other side of the field. Now McGrain out front with it. He'll send it back to Feynman, and Feynman back to Edwards. Shot from way outside. That one does not find the net. It's going to be Cardinals ball. Feynman chases it down, and he'll put the ball back into play for the Cards. Out of bounds, it'll be Rams ball. Rams put it back into play. That pass goes out of bounds. I'll turn the ball back over to the Cardinals. Warren passes that one right over to Waleko. Waleko sends it up the middle, but that one's stopped by Rams. Ball's knocked free. Warren was still going there, but flag on the play for pushing. I believe that's going to be charged to the Cardinals. Substitutions for the Cards. And the Rams back in motion with the ball. Rams cut in towards the center. That That was almost a field goal. That one bounces over toward the park. And it's going to be Rams ball. Rams pass it out front. Now drive across. Cardinal defense keeping it away. Yeah, ball's knocked free. Rams scoop it back up. Now Rams with the charge up the middle, shot on goal, and it's another goal for the Rams. Jason able to find the back of the net to make it a 7-3 game. Cardinals still leading.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Medina will handle the face-off for the Cards. And that's going to turn the ball over to the Cardinals. Medina on the move up the middle with it. Held back by defenders. Now Medina breaks through. Ball breaks free. Shot on goal goes bouncing by, and it's going to be grabbed by Edwin. Edwin sends the ball up the middle. And finally the Rams get a hold of that one. That's knocked free. Rams recover. And Rams running it up the near sideline. Now retreat over towards the corner. And Medina pushes him right out of bounds. That'll be Cardinals ball. Now Medina on the move. He'll drop that one back to Waleko. And Waleko launches it up the middle. Loose ball on the field. Rams finally picked that one up. Rams working it up the far side of the field. Now crossover behind the goal. That pass bounces over towards the sideline and out of bounds. Cardinals ball. Ramos puts the ball back into motion with a pass over to Waleko. Waleko sends it up the middle. Ball's knocked free, recovered by Griselli. Griselli will drop the ball back. Cards working it around the perimeter. Ramos thought about a shot there. Instead, he'll pass that one back to Griselli. Griselli recovers the loose ball. And fancy running there by Griselli. Pass. Well, he tried to get that one to Lairfield, didn't quite connect. Cardinals recover the ball. Oh, that pass goes way up the field. It's going to be Rams ball. Rams pass that one over towards the Cardinal goal. Loose ball on the field. Rams come away with it. And they lose it. That's scooped up quickly by Griselli, who goes running down the far sideline with it. Now angling over towards center. Griselli passes it forward, tried to reach Edwards, but that was going to bounce out of bounds. And that'll be Rams ball. Just over 3 minutes left in this third period. Cardinals up by 4. Rams put the ball back into play. Loose ball on the field. Rams recover. That pass gets away, and it's headed for the sideline, out of bounds on the Rams. Cardinals ball. Cassoni will put the ball back into play for the Cards with a pass over to Waleko. Waleko gives it right back to Cassoni, and Cassoni sends that one across the field. This time the Rams get a hold of it, and now Rams heading right up the middle. Shot did not work. And Waleko passes that one way up the field. Actually, it turns out that's not Waleko, that's Joe Feynman in goal for the Cards right now. Bit of a surprise. But we're going to have a timeout called with just under 2 minutes left in this third period, so we'll take a quick break and be right back with more boys lacrosse action from Lawrence.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Rams will put the ball back into play. Working that one up the middle. Challenged by McGrade. And Rams will pass the ball. That goes out of bounds. It's going to be, well, I thought it was going to be Cardinals ball, but it looks like it's going to be Rams ball. Rams back in motion with it. Pass it over to the near side of the field. And out front. And that pass goes out of bounds, turning the ball over to the Cardinals as Cassoni trots over there to retrieve it. And Cassoni will put the ball back into play. Passes that one to Feynman, and Feynman fires it over to the far side of the field where Ramos is getting a little bit of pressure. Ramos breaks through. Now he'll pass that one off. And Edwards finds Lairfield back behind the net. Lairfield trots it out front and passes it back. Griselli moving across the field with it. Well, he passed that one off to McGrade. McGrade trying to break through, can't quite do it. He'll pass that one back out front. Shot on goal. That was deflected by Edwin. And that's going to be Cardinals ball as Burns heads over to take advantage of it. Now Burns back in motion. He passes that one behind the net to Edwards. Edwards' pass gets a little high, but it doesn't matter as there's the buzzer to end the third period. Cardinals still leading 7-3. Stay tuned for fourth quarter action.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
For any Lawrence High School students who are watching this broadcast, LTPS TV is always on the lookout for camera operators and announcers to help prepare these games. If you think you can do a better job than me announcing, and you might be able to, come on out and give it a try. We'd love to have you. Now getting ready to start the fourth period. Joe Feynman back in goal for the Cardinals. And it's going to be Hendricks Medina at center for the faceoff. Loose ball, and Medina pops it up in the air. Yeah, whistle on the play. It's going to be Cardinals ball. Medina puts it into play for the Cards, taking his time. He'll pass that one over to Griselli. Griselli with a fast run into the backfield. He'll pass that one off to Edwards. Edwards sends it back out front to Ramos. Ramos to Burns. Burns to Medina. And Medina over to Lairfield. Shot on goal, and Ramos gets his first goal of the game to make it an 8-3 lead for the Cardinals.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Medina back at center for the faceoff. Well, both of them lost the ball there. First one to see it is Medina, but it's going to be Ramos who runs away with it. He'll pass that one forward. Lairfield trying to regain control of the ball. Burns comes up with it, but there's a whistle on the play. And it's Cardinals ball. Lairfield waiting for the go-ahead. Now Lairfield puts it into play with a pass off to Ramos. Ramos passes it away as well, over to Burns. And Burns to McGrain. Cardinals continue to work the ball around. Now Burns under pressure, having trouble hanging on to that one. Finally does so. He'll pass that one off to Medina. Medina sends it forward. Lairfield with a shot on goal. That one does not find the net. Pass out front. A loose ball scooped up by the Rams. Rams pass it up the far sideline. That one bounces out of bounds. Rams ball. Rams put the ball back into play. And there's going to be a flag on the field for that one. I believe that's going to be a tripping call against the Cardinals. And Jason puts the ball into play for the Rams. He'll pass it out in front of the goal. Shot on goal. And it's another goal for the Rams. This time Teddy puts his name on the score sheets. Making an 8-4 game. Cardinals still leading.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
McGrain will handle the face-off for the Cardinals. And once again, they both lose track of it, but the Rams come up with it.
You stay here if you want. Okay, I'm gonna stay. Where are you going,
Rams pass to center. Shot from way outside goes high, out of bounds. Rams ball.
He's just gonna drop it.
Rams back in motion with it. Well, he's going to be held up by the referee.
I probably won't be there. I got Pilates.
And now Rams in motion. They'll drop that one way back. Heavy defense there by Sudel. And that pass is going to bounce out of bounds, turning the ball over to the Cardinals. Ramos will be putting the ball back into play for the Cards. As soon as he gets the whistle, there it is. And he sends that one all the way back to Feynman. Feynman, a short pass up the middle. Ball gets away, and it's going to be the Rams that come away with it. Ball's knocked free.
Thank you.
And chased down by Cassoni. Cassoni passes that one over to Feynman. Feynman fires the ball forward. Coons passes it even further down the field. Oh, that pass gets away. Loose ball, and looks like Lairfield came back up with it. Lairfield tried to drop that one back. That got away. And that's going to be Rams' ball. Rams on the attack. Pass out front. Loose ball up in the air, and Rams come up with it. Knocked free, and we got a scrum there for the ball. Play's finally whistled to a stop. And it's going to be Cardinals ball. I take that back. It's going to be Rams ball. Pushing call against the Cardinals. And now the Rams back in motion. They'll pass it over towards the Cardinal goal. And nice block there by Feynman. It's going to be Cardinals ball. Feynman out of the goal. They'll pass that one across the other side of the field. Cassoni sends it forward. And now Burns on the move with it. That one gets away, but Burns recovers the ball. Burns knocked down and loses the ball, but there's a flag on the play. Referee explaining the infractions. And Chase headed for the sidelines from the Rams. Substitutions for the Cards. It's going to be the Rams with the ball to resume the action. there go the Rams right up the middle. Shot on goal. That one is snagged by Feynman. Feynman fires it over towards the far side of the field. And that's going to be Rams ball. Rams back in motion with it. And we got a timeout called, so we'll take a quick break and be right back with more boys lacrosse action from Cardinal Stadium.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Rams will have the ball to get the action going again. Just waiting for the go-ahead from the referee. And there he goes, running down the far side of the field. Now cutting across towards the goal, shot on goal. That one does not score. It's going to bounce out of bounds. And it's going to be Rams ball. Rams put the ball back into play. Taking their time with it. Here's a pass behind the goal. Back out front. That pass gets away, but it's going to be chased down by the Rams. Rams will take it over to the far side of the field. Once again, loose ball, but once again, Rams recover. Another loose ball, this time having trouble hanging on to it. Now Rams charging back over towards the goal. Pass way out front. Ball's knocked loose. Rams recover. This time, looks like Cardinals are going to come away with that loose ball. Nice play there by Sudel to dig that one out. He'll pass that one off. And Feynman plays it forward. Tries to get it to Edelstein. Back to Feynman. Feynman fires it forward. That went to Ramos, but referee's going to give it right back to the Rams. Under 3 minutes left on the clock. Rams on the charge. Ball's knocked loose. Rams recover. That pass gets away. And it's going to be Cardinals ball. Ramos puts it back into play for the Cardinals. He'll pass that one forward to Edwards. Edwards is pushed out of bounds. Referee says no good. We got laundry on the field. It'll be Cardinals ball. And Edwards back in motion. He'll pass that one out front. Shot on goal. And Ramos gets his first goal of the game to make it a 9-4 lead in favor of the Cardinals.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
2 minutes and 13 seconds left on the clock as McGrain sets up for the face-off. Just waiting on the go-ahead from the referee. And now they'll set up. Rams come away with it, but it's knocked free. Everyone digging in there. And Cardinals come away with it. Edwards plays it forward. Right back inside. Cardinals unable to get the shot off, and it's going to be the Rams coming away with the ball headed the other direction, running it right up the middle. That pass goes awry. And Feynman came way out of the goal to take that one away. Launches it down the field, and now it's the Cardinals back on the attack. That shot just a little high. It's going to be Rams ball. Rams back in motion. I'll send that one up the middle. It's picked off by the Cardinals. Shot on goal. And Brendan McGrain gets his third goal of the game to earn a hat trick and give the Cardinals a 10-4 lead over the Hightstown Rams.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
With 1:09 left on the clock, it'll be McGrain out at center for the faceoff. Ball rolls free. And it's going to be the Rams coming away with it. Rams working over towards the far side of the field to get past defenders. Now circling around behind the net. Pass out front. They decide to pass that one some more. Rams taking their time trying to set up a shot. That's going to be turned over to the Cardinals as McGrain goes running forward with it. McGrain up the middle. Tried to pass that one to Edwards. Edwards under attack, recovers the ball anyway. He'll pass that one off. Pass out front. Oh, and a nice stop there by Edwin. Lairfield had another goal in mind there. Cardinals come away with the ball. They'll just drop it back. And Feynman launches it up the field as the clock is going to count down to 0, bringing the game to a close. So, after a full game of play there, your Lawrence Cardinals victorious over the Hightstown Rams with a score of 10-4. Thank you to Artur Gretzkovich for working camera for this event, and thank you all for watching. Be sure to tune in again next time for more exciting Cardinal sports action on LTPS TV.